how long you've been following the channel, you may or may not know what VeDuc is. VeDuc is a series that I made a couple years ago where I basically, stands for an acronym, vlog every day until Christmas. Where basically I vlog every day until Christmas. Pretty self-explanatory. Basically, from the 1st until the 25th, I post a video every day just doing stuff. And another reason that I did VeDuc was to kind of push myself to do content every day for 25 days.
Challenge accepted. Brothers. Yeah. Challenge. New channel, and yet I want to place a challenge on myself, boy. So, yeah, as you know, as I'm understanding now, there is something in December concerning vlogging every day. Now, I haven't even done on this channel yet, but I've done a log on my Becoming Rex's channel. I'll probably put a link in the description for that. It doesn't really have any videos yet, but you'll get the gist of it. Videos coming so much. So anyway, yeah. Today. So many whatever things happened today. And starting off this morning, I wanted to begin with vlogging, but it didn't happen. I wonder. Anyway, so yeah, I was in a rush this morning. Did some tennis play today. Did some shopping around, picking up my seals for the forks for the SV650, and also for my motherboard for my computer. I apologize for that in the first video. So yeah, but anyway, I got that in. It gave me so much weird issues after I fixed it. So anyway, yeah. So I want to do it in the same way like how DoitWithDan said, VeDuc. Yes. December vlog or vlog Christmas or whatever, VeDuc. I like that version of it, so I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna attempt, I promise you not, my son. I promise you not. But I'm going to attempt to pull this off. But also, so with that being said, I am going to start off this vlog, at least do today, start off today. Yeah, December 1st. Proof of that, if you can see, whatever, you get the point, 7:08, 12:1. Proof that I'm doing this on that day, even if it isn't posted the same day, you see. But anyway, so yeah, on the bike, I can't make too much noise, people sleeping, so I'll do what I can, gotta come like that and get into that. But what I do want to say, what I am doing, at least doing right now, is preparing the episode 3, that is. Episode 2 or 3. 3 or 4. Anyway, for the SV build series. I would have done it earlier this week, but since the motherboard was coming in and the phones weren't, between the phone and the game was in producing the quality I needed to produce for the slow-mo. The hyperlapse was fine, but the slow-mo, like the beat, slow-mo was in. It wasn't to my liking, and it was annoying doing it on the phone, so I waited for new motherboard to come in for my computer, so I can do all the editing on that tonight. But I want to post this first, quick edit it, post it, and then I'm not gonna probably do an intro or whatever. I just put vlog, blah blah. It's simple for now. I may mess with that and update it later. Fine. So yeah, I'm gonna post this video. Shut up, pancake. My G. Anyway, so I'm gonna post this vlog. Sorry if the camera's shaking a bit. I kid you not. DJI, I have you in my cart. Beautiful new system. I will be getting you. Anyway, back to everything. What I'm doing tonight, editing the video, that episode. Excuse me if I keep looking in that direction because my guard is about here and the camera is about here. It's I'm looking at the screen, not the camera. Anyway, so what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to finish edit the episode, the SV650 episode. Then I'm going to do a griping episode on Grand Theft Auto. That's something I'm going to play, but again tonight, it's essentially a motor vlog, but virtual, what I call IG. IG as an in-game, motor vlog. That's the name that I'm going with for it. So tomorrow, between tonight and tomorrow, hopefully 3 episodes will end up on my channel, which all of you professional YouTubers, you know. I'm looking for pulling some serious magic out of my head. So yeah, let's get on with it. Like I said, I'm gonna show some of the things with the bike, show how far I'm getting with it, dilly dallies, and with the computer or whatever. Let's go. So first, excuse me for all of this messiness. Yeah, everything is all over the place. This is more or less my backdrop, but I got a lot of work to do with that. Between that and this is my backdrop for recording on this channel. So yeah, as I was saying, that Toshiba LD8075D, if I'm correct with it, that's what I'm running on this computer right now. The motherboard, as you can see, the sound jack went, part of the audio jack went. That's the computer dropped on its headphone, and broke it. So, but that wasn't a major issue. I just Bluetooth speakered it. Problem was when I had a problem with the adapter, I ended up rushing basically and fried the part of the motherboard. So it could have read from battery alone, but the battery only had so much time on it, and you all know running After Effects and Premiere Pro eats up the battery, so that would not have worked trying to edit videos on this. So I had to edit videos on that. So anyway, but this crazy beast still reacted very badly. After I had it charging, it seemed to work fine, but when I pulled the plug out, it shut off and it just started freaking out. I was at it for about 30 minutes or more trying to get it back on. So yeah, so when it comes to the vlogs and stuff, I essentially have more than one channel, opening all of them up at one time, which I just mentioned that, but how complicated it can be. But I'm only gonna do the VeDuc on one channel, that's this channel, especially because it coordinates with what DoitWithDan and Motornosity was talking about. So, which is the motorcycle thing, which, as you can see behind there, yeah. So anyway, so plain and simple, I'm just gonna do it on this one channel, do the daily vlogs on this one channel. I really hope that you join me on this. Join me. You know, I hope to, I hope not to bore the hell out of you, but to give you something good as I go through my days. Yeah. So, as I was saying, going back to the beast there, as I showed you with the SV, I want to update you a bit concerning the SV. So, I attempted to start the engine. First of all, I ran basically I wired up some cables, sent them straight down to a car battery, which was much powerful enough to get it done. And then what I did is I attempted to start it. I dry started first because oil was still in the system, like the system still was wet. So yeah, I bumped the system and it was going well, and then it stopped. So I assumed that it was the wires, the cables I was using, because like I said, it was a makeshift cable. And I ended up changing the cable, still did the same thing. Actually, when I first changed the cable, I just quick bump and it spun the engine. So I said, okay, fine. When I tried it again, after kind of like setting everything up properly, it locked up again. What I did come down to was there's a gear that connects the starter with the engine's pulley. So that gear locked up. What happened is the shaft in the gear wasn't in the bike properly, wasn't pushed through properly. So I pushed it through. I had to drain all the oil to do that, but it was whatever. It had to be done. Drained all the oil, corrected that problem, put it back in. But I think something's missing from that because it did it a second time after I kept trying to start the bike. So it's locked again. Fine. I know what the issue is. It isn't something serious. I just need to see what else I'm missing from that shaft. When I check the manual properly, I would figure that out. But anyway, the bike was dropped before. Engine case was damaged. Somebody welded it, but it looked like it probably might have leaked here or there. So what I did is I drained it, cleaned it, JB weld where the weld was, the actual weld was, and when I JB welded it, I put it through nicely and all that, so I don't have a leakage. The oil has been in there for a couple weld days now, over a week. From I put it back in, I don't have a problem with any leaking, even though the engine turned over and all of that, so I'm good. I JB patched the radiator. So yeah, I put some JB welded. It had a small hole. We'll see how that works out, but if I have to weld it, I will weld it. This is aluminum, first of all, so aluminum could be welded, but this is the Bahamas. We do have good aluminum welders. Just you can picture your ass. But anyway, yeah. So I didn't run that on the bike. Trying to start the bike, obviously I don't need it to run for a couple of seconds. So what the guy told me, the actual mechanic, and I say actual mechanic, I'm basing that off the new around the corner. What he was showing me, he said, check my tilt, which I did forgot about the tilt sensor. Tilt sensor was actually pointing up. I didn't know what it was, but I did check it at first. That's straight. At least I hope it's okay. I don't think it is damaged or anything like that. But then what he said also, remember I mentioned in the first video that I bought a whole new key switch and all of that. He said that sometimes the key switch don't come with a solenoid. So what I did is I did some work on the original one, but I didn't have a chance to try the bike again. Because like I said, I'll have to drain the oil, rehook up the old key switch, and then, have split it down just so I could turn the knob and see what happens then. I mean, if it's the key switch, it's fine. I'll get a new key cut for that or modify it or however I figure that part out. But hopefully it isn't anything else, like nothing like the igniter, nothing. Oh, one more thing. All of you SV guys, tell me if you noticed this. So my whole point with that is simply this. When I read through the manual, based on the graphs and different things, I assumed that I owned the SV650 because when I typed in SV650 to find out what the year was when I was buying it and all of that, I kept seeing the ones with the fairings. This is not an SV650, this is an SV650S. Awesome, which is, I mean, alright, I guess, you know. Nevertheless, it's still got to be built. I'm happy to know that regardless, I'm still going the way I plan to go with this. If I end up getting a second SV650, hopefully it is an S. If it isn't an S, then I would revert this one back to the S and recreate the other one into what I create this one into. So, Kendrick P. Gomez, telling all of you, have a good one. Enjoy your night fun. See you on the road.